Welcome to the Pioneer. Hello, my name is Lexi, a contributor to the Pioneer. Today we'll be referring to an article published by the CSUEB Pioneer, Rising Costs, Rising Concerns, CSU's Tuition Increase from Student Perspectives. They go over the recent increase in student tuition as CSUs, as the tuition is already high enough for students, they plan to increase these rates by 6% over the next 5 years. This is important to us as students now, as there are already many financial burdens to us, and we don't need to worry about more to come. Although this might not matter to us now or apply to us as students now, this is our future and we need to help the future students not have to worry about this burden. Today, I am interviewing Nick Bouillerce, who is an alumni student at Cal State Monterey Bay. I chose to interview Nick as he's a graduate from college and understands the expenses that was involved throughout his 4 years as a CSU student.
Hello, Lexi. Thank you for having me.
I'm going to start with my question for you first. So as a former CSU student, how do you feel about these increases in tuition?
I'm definitely very concerned about these increases in tuition because me, myself, having already paid for my college and experienced college and the financials that come along with it, I can only imagine how much more difficult it would have been if there was a 6% increase when I was going through school. So it's definitely concerning for these future students, and yeah, I think that this could cause some potential problems for future students.
Did you pay for your own tuition, or did you have help from outside sources such as your parents or a student loan or anything else?
I actually got a student loan, and I also had a scholarship that helped pay for a small portion of uh, of my tuition.
As a former student, paying for your own tuition with a loan and being responsible for your own tuition, do you think these recent increases can have an effect to the ability to cause more stress to students or distract them from their education?
For sure, 100%. I think that this will definitely cause more stress on future students. As I said before, if I had a 6% increase on my tuition, I know that I would be very stressed and feel as if there's like a major distraction or weight on my shoulders trying to pay for this extra money that I need to have for this school. And so I can only imagine the stress that's going to be placed on these future students having to pay for a 6% more increase on their tuition. It's definitely going to probably distract them from their classes, definitely from outside studying. And some students may have to get an extra job or two, and that takes away from your time to study and focus on school. So there's definitely it's kind of like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like an effect. There's a long effect for sure.
What do you hope the CSUs change regarding this increase?
I mean, ultimately, we hope that they would just cancel the increase in pay, but that is more than likely not going to happen. So instead, they could help provide students with more scholarships or ways to pay for their class that make it easier for students to, just not have as much stress on them. So yeah, provide more scholarships or different and better ways to help alleviate that stress for these classes that you're gonna have to be paying for.
And then, do you have any other thoughts to add about this or anything to say to CSUs?
I mean, just as I stated before, I think it's definitely very concerning for these future students that are going to have to be paying more for their tuition. Um, I know that it was always worrying for me when I was going through school, and I can only imagine what they're going to be feeling when they're going to have a 6% increase. And so, I mean, all that I can say is, just focus on school and then hopefully just try to figure everything out in the end. And hopefully that the CSUs decide not to go through with this 6% increase, but more than likely that's not going to happen. So let's hope for the best.
Thank you, Nick, for taking the time to be in my interview today. And this is Lexi from the Pioneer signing off.
Thank you for having me.